Hey everyone, it's Calvin, also known as Romer, and this is Night in the Woods. This is my first ever playthrough of Night in the Woods, and looking at this, I just got a wave of weird nostalgia coming off these desks here, because while I didn't spend a lot of time in my own public library, these look like exactly like the tables that we had in our college. And like there was always like tables without computers, and that's the ones where we would like study and stuff, or where I would study if I, had to wait to catch the train or something. It's really cool to see this. So let's check out this. Looks like someone left something open on this one. It's a resume. Bob Targ, born 1967, 50 years old. Let's see. Experience mining, construction, well drilling. These are all manual labor jobs that like continually kind of like disappear as time goes on. I never think about getting a job when I'm old. 50's not really old. Yeah, it's not. I mean, you should have money then, right? Ideally. It should be like guaranteed. It should be guaranteed in general. You're gonna join my young socialist chatterbox group? Sure, let's do it. I mean, I agree. I 100% agree. The idea of being 50 years old and not having money is dumb. I'm not saying that in a way like you should have saved your money. The idea that like, you can get to that age, work your entire life, and still not have a lot of money. Someone's gonna be like, Calvin, stop getting so political. It's not political to say common sense. It's not political to say common sense. That aspects of the world can be dumb, okay? And the idea that like someone can work so hard their entire lives and still not have money is silly. It's silly, and it's not their fault at all. Holy crap. What? It's Charity Bearity. What's Charity Bearity? How do you not know about Charity Bearity? I assume this is something from school. The school of being 5 freaking years old. I love May's face. Alright, so this was the thing you liked as a kid? No, I hated Charity Bearity. It does look really hateable. It was like, you were kidnapped by a cult. You were under some curse. I say kidnapped by a cult, sounds a lot better. And when they were like brainwashing you, instead of some cult guy with a Wade dagger and a magic mask, that's not... Okay, go on. Instead of that, it was like an effing pink nightmare. You were scared of it? No, I was bored to death. It was talking forever about being kind to others, and like, I don't know, helping an old neighbor do engine repair. That sounds nice. Charity Bearity helps old Mr. Blanco fix his hovercraft. Oh no, that's the worst part. It always rhymed. Charity Bearity, pink nightmarity. Charity Bearity, I just don't care. I don't know, man, like... I think those things were super condescending to kids. This is only the second floor, by the way. We have to go to the third floor, but I'm glad we kind of came here to check this out. But as I said, yeah, it's like, I don't know, very nostalgic, very cool to see this. I guess we have to hop back in the elevator and it'll take us back up to the top then? Or it'll take us up another floor? Yeah, here we go. That's cool that they let us explore there as well. Let us have a little bit of exploration. Man, it gets darker as we go up as well. Oh wow, it's dusty up here. It's old up here. Sure is. Maybe our ghost is up here? Yep, ghost. Or something. Or whatever he was. He walked through a chain link fence, or flew over it, or something, while carrying something. Oh right, well, that's even more impressive. So we're gonna find this guy? Because he took someone? And he's like somehow connected to this thing I've been going through? And that's not good? That all sounded a lot more badass in my head. It's okay, it was fine. I like hanging out with B, dude. Like, I really do. Yeah, look, these tables are here. I just picture myself writing and reading like a bunch of words. Citing articles. Let's check this out. All right, there she is. Cool. So, I have no idea how to use it. Really? I can know how to do everything. I'm sorry, what expertise have you brought to this thus far? The whole thing's my idea. No, your idea was ghost hunting. It was, yeah. My idea was at least to do a tiny bit of research on it. If you think it's stupid, why are you here? Because you're my friend, you asshole. Yes. Oh, I agree. Oh, we're friends, we're twins. Don't ruin the moment. Here, let me get this set up. We'll be here all night if your dumbass is in charge. True. Actually true. Factual information from Beatrice. Okay, alright, so what are we looking for? I want to steer. No. Move, I'm steering. Ow. Jeez, May. May is still such a, like, very immature. You know, we have to say a little bit immature. I'm sorry. Okay, how do we do this? Step 1, look at the screen. Step 2, move around and look at stuff. Step 3, find ghost. Sure. So here we go, we can look at all this stuff over here. Stanley T. Possum statue is officially open to the public. We have to say we were smitten. For 2 cents, one can enter the Stanley and spend quite a lovely time looking at Possum Springs of yesteryear in the museum, enjoying some popcorn and fresh lemonade in the snack parlor decorated with Tiffany glass electric lights, before heading up to a full 10 feet to see the sights of our beloved town through the eyes of his grand possum. There is even a beautiful train diorama that will delight both young and old. We predict Stanley T. Possum will be the sight that all passing through town will desire to behold. I will be sure to draw many crowds. I'll try not to move the cursor as I'm reading, by the way, guys, because that can kind of be nauseating for some people. Let's try and find some... So here's a glass facility, by the way. The house on Larch Street had been evacuated after the discovery of a gas buildup in the basements was found to have led to hallucinations in... Oh, wait, we can actually read it. Yeah, okay. Not exactly about ghosts. Yeah, we have to find one about ghosts. For the past several weeks, residents have been complaining of the family members who began hearing voices or seeing things were not there. An older woman was found having an animated discussion with an empty chair. When pressed, she calmly explained that she was talking to her sister who had passed away 50 years ago. 2 nights ago, the son of Carson Zimmer ran out of the house and leapt into Cooper's Pond 1 mile up the road. Moments before this, the child had been readying for bed and, according to another sibling, became increasingly agitated. The last word he uttered were about some sort of song. He dashed out of the house into the night where his watery grave awaited him. The last event persuaded the residents to request help from officials to see if this is related to St. Levian's Lantern, a phenomenon where exposure to specific underground gases leads to certain victims experience waking dreams, auditory hallucinations, and senses on-scene presence. Preliminary tests indicate that gas is present at the homes of the mining officials are moving the residents until more tests can be completed. Right. I don't think it... I was trying to like skim these as well. Ghost of Little Joe at it again. So this could be something. As the school children are quick to inform you, Possum Springs has at least one resident who won't show up on any census survey. Little Joe, purportedly the ghost of Joe Shade, a miner who died in mysterious circumstances some decades ago, is a favorite spooky story of the whimsical and weird members of our community. His most recent activities seem to involve getting up and out of his coffin in the old section of Possum Springs Cemetery and strolling around, unnerving visitors to the largest graveyard in Deep Hollow Country. His grave has become a destination for unruly and destructive local youths, and such a Possum Springs City Council is considering erecting an iron gate to protect the historical tombstones that fill the small hollow where Joe Shade lies buried. Police have also stepped up patrols in the area, so be warned through seekers. You may not see the ghost, but you may be see fine for trespassing. There we go, we're talking about ghosts. Oh, look. So, scooch so I can see. So we're getting, let her have some of the chair. Graveyard, that's a gimme. I mean, if you're looking for ghost stuff, that's where they make a lot of them. Looks like they saw him in the old section. Oh, cool, that's where his grave is. I'm actually interested in that. How could you not be interested? This is like actual dangerous ghost stuff. I like history. Ghosts are history. History that won't stay history. And that's actually pretty good. So that's not what we're looking for exactly. So I'm trying to look for, pie piracy. Dear citizens, please make note of to keep your pies safe during the pleasant weather we are experiencing. Several ladies have reported pies from their kitchens disappearing at an alarming rate. It's probably like that frickin', it's probably a Looney Tunes character or something. Even worse, the picky culprit is leaving behind only the rhubarb pies until the criminal is caught or the bad weather returns. We remind our housewives to make use of their pies safe indoors or stick to rhubarb. Not a big fan of rhubarb myself. Funnily enough, like, I remember I just didn't like, we'll read a lot of these guys. I just want to make sure. I want to see what we're dealing with here. Underground case, gases, strike, lumbers on. Ghostly rumors haunt a new historical society. So here's a ghostly one as well. Here's another ghostly one. Sound off opinion line. Oh, I want to read this. We would like to remind men of our town to please refrain from spitting on the sidewalk. The unsanitary habit seems unseemly and beneath you. It's actually very bad. It can spread disease so quickly and sickness so quickly. Parents, please be sure your daughters do not participate in the new trend of skirts showing ankles. Oh my god, shut up. I do not think we need to remind you of the road of brimstone. This temporary fashion trend will lead your daughters down. It's ankles. Here's a tip. Here's a tip for any dude out there, right? Or any person out there who's like, the skirts are too short. I'm gonna give you a tip, okay? Listen, everyone listen. I'm gonna stay quiet for 5 seconds so everyone gets quiet. Everyone getting quiet? You back there, stay quiet. Thank you. Keep your eyes to yourself. I'm witnessing more and more teenage girls coming to our town Saturday night unchaperoned, using vulgar slang terms. Good on them. Certainly unfit for me to print here. I'm blocking the sidewalks by walking arm in arm. Jesus Christ, dude, calm down. They are all loud and flirt with boys unabashedly while smoking cigarettes. These girls sound so cool. These young ladies need to be stopped before the young ladies get ideas, or a boy's falling with the wrong girl. Who wrote this? Oh, it's an opinion line, okay. Young men have been seen around Possum Springs engaging in their ridiculous behavior or wearing mismatched patterns in their suits. This type of outfit may be all the rage in Bright Harbor, but good luck getting a respectable business around here to employ you. You all look like rabid clowns. Councilman Punchika's plan for a third street is a joke. What else is there to say? I think this is a joke. I think this is a joke. Deep Hollow Country Mourns. The final group of bodies from the 1888 explosion have been recovered, 2 days shy of the 1-year anniversary of the tragedy. These men bring a total of dead to 112. 2 of the men, Addison Prine and Henry Harvey, were the ones who set off the explosion. Although mine bosses have been informed that the gas pockets were present in that section, they elected to not inform Pine and Harvey of the possible danger. The other 3 bodies belong to Peter Bledoso, Christian Stanoff, and Peter Latta. Peter Latta's funeral arranged will be handled by Father Littis, and the man's widow has since returned to Hungary with 2 orphans. A lot of this stuff is kind of like flavor stuff. Strange But True Tale of Teeth. Strange But True is our ongoing series about a weird and forgotten aspect of Deep Hollow County. History and Culture published weekly. Bad bosses figure heavily into Possum Springs history, and in this morbid tale of crime and secret societies is no exception. They did mention the bad mine bosses. This story goes into 1870. A local mine boss was skimming workers on their pay. A group of miners confronted him, and while he was in the act, he denied everything with many a slur and punched the miners' leader, Darnell Glace, in the face, causing him to lose his last remaining tooth. The miners knew how much Darn's tooth meant to him, and they descended onto the boss. A few held down the boss while others removed his teeth with pliers. The teeth were passed out to the miners as the secret society was created with a vow to protect workers' interests. Membership was based on owning one of these teeth, and each was marked with a symbol of their choosing. These symbols were used around the coal patch to organize meetings and make announcements. The boss survived his attack but never named his attacker for fear of implicating himself. Wen died a few years later. Members dug up his grave to retrieve his skull. It was used in ceremonies to perform what? All would gather around, place their teeth into the sockets, and later retrieve their tooth after the retribution was completed. Upon members' death, the tooth would be passed to a new member. Teeth of members in jail would be left in their sockets until their fates were decided. After the strike of 1889, the society dwindled. Occasionally, the descendant of one of these men will find a tooth with strange markings in their home. Strange but true. How about we never talk about that again? How about we never even talk about that again? I want to see this. Not this one again. Hey, hey, hey. Ghost spotted. Historical Society? History that won't stay history. In a history place. Yeah, that's probably the history place, yeah. Yeah, I've never been. You didn't go back in school? We should probably read this as well, just in case they don't let us read it. The Possum Springs Historical Society conversion of the Shrikes House into new headquarters and education center has hit a snag. Custodial head Jed Newsom has resigned, citing strange occurrences in the old manor. I'd be there for hours after doing my work and I'd hear someone walking around trying doorknobs. I came out to see was who fooling, but there was never anybody there, said Newsom, trying to get his map room operation for the children, all while I'm looking over my shoulder expecting to see God knows what. Mr. Newsom had previously requested to work only in daylight hours when other staff were present in the building, but even that proved to be too terrifying. I don't go off limits anymore. I don't go up past the second floor and then only to the office. I know the others laugh, say I'm seeing Little Joe or something, but they can all go spit. Little Joe, for the uninitiated, was a local ghost story popular some years ago. The Possum Springs Historical Society has refused to comment on Mr. Newsom's claim at this time. Oh, after the softball incident. Yeah, most likely just watched TV and did therapy. This actually seems like a good lead, by the way. Well, it actually was a pretty cool old house. Used to be owned by one of the miner owners or something. Railroad mine, steel mill, something like that. An actual haunted house. No. Elementary school kids are there all the time. They have like summer arts and crafts program. Oh, well, still worth checking out. So that's one of the stuff that we definitely found here. So we've been looking at kind of like all this stuff here when we're talking about like ghostly occurrences. Events. The last trolley makes its run September 4th. Bertie Gross, the longest employee, 25 years, an operator, will pick up passengers starting at the Market Street tunnel entrance and will end the trolley garage where light refreshments will be served and a speech will be given by the Congressman Archibald Reed. Twin Club will be meeting at the Stags on Wednesday night at 6 p.m. This month's craft will be knitted hats for the soldiers along with a potluck. All mothers of twins are welcome. Strange, a tale of teeth. Oh wow, this is gnarly and awesome. Oh my god. Okay, so yeah, you may like that. Possum Massacre. A severe violence broke out the Stafford Mine strike day. The bosses' attempt to renew talks were taunted by some of the children present. Rocks were thrown and the National Guard strike breakers opened fire on the crowd. After a few minutes, the smoke cleared and the gory scene revealed 9 members are dead, with a dozen were injured. A young brother and sister were also shot dead as they were delivering a package of food to their father and uncle who was on strike below when the shooting broke out. The photographs of the 2 children, aged 7 and 9, who were shot in cold blood, had circulated far out of our little county. The heinous act led to a personal visit from the governor to the strike site to meet with the strikers. Independent inspectors were also brought in, and talks finally began 45 days since the start of the strike. The bosses have agreed to comply with the current safety standards and to honor the demands of the miners, only because people died, and the 2 children died, or got shot. No ghosts to be found here. The way you say ghost sounds like you don't believe me. Maybe she doesn't. Maybe she doesn't. So we have an old hardware store. We have the strike. Yeah. And this is all to do with like the explosion as well. The strike at Stafford Mine has been called. The idea first arose after a memorial in 1888 explosion victims. Miners gathered in the home of Arthur Borowski to continue memorial to their friends. They also began recounting all the promises the bosses had reneged on this past year, including basic safety measures to avoid another explosion. A group of 20 miners entered the mines and began to strike, and 30 more joined them before morning. All work has been stopped at the mine, and the miners are now striking in 8-hour shifts. Their wives and children have begun to bring food and water for the men. The bosses stated that the mines are safer than they were a year ago, and that there's no need for the act in this manner. Yeah, but safer than a year doesn't mean safe. This one? No ghost. But your family name, though. That's pretty cool, right? No ghost here. So we're looking for luck also. I don't want to read every single thing here because I feel like we'll be here forever. There's an albino groundhog that they're searching for as well, which is actually really, really funny. I wonder if he has anything to say about this, though. No ghost here. No ghost here. The strike is now in 30th day with no end. The bosses have refused to meet with the miners, saying their demands are too fantastical. The miners claim they're only asking the bosses to adhere to safety standards and they're already the law. The National Guard was called after last week's scuffle, and the Coulson Workers Union has joined the cause, which has caused an uptick in national press arriving at the site. The women's camp has expanded its service from the service meals to beating any union miner from entering the mines. So far, they've been successful in both ventures. No ghosts here. So we're not going to get information on every single thing. So we already got this. Let's skim around the thing. So Deep Holly County mourns. The final group of bodies from the 1888 explosion have been recovered 2 days shy of the 1-year anniversary of the tragedy. These 5 men bring a total of 112, dead to 112. 2 of the men, Addison Pine and Henry Harvey, were the ones who set the explosion, although mine bosses have been informed that gas pockets were present in that section, and they elected not to inform Pine and Harvey of the possible danger. The other 3 bodies belong to Peter Bledoso, Christian Sanoff, and Peter Lasha. The Peter Lasha's funeral arrangements will be handled by Father Littis. Yeah. Spectral happenings happening in Possum Jump. 2 local sweethearts were startled this past night, Sunday night, as they hiked along the wooded overlook known as Possum Jump. According to the Lovebirds, at approximately 11:45 p.m., a figure appeared to walk from the edge of the cliff out to the open air, then disappeared. Forestry workers the next morning were unable to locate any evidence of anyone having leapt from a great height, leaving the exact nature of what the two saw a mystery. A decent hike up into the state forest hills, Possum Jump is famous for its beautiful view of the Echo Reservoir. It also holds historical importance as it hosts lonely graves of several persons involved in the Possum Massacre. So one thing we're finding out here from all of this information here, which is all in, at first I thought it wasn't going to be all important. We're not only learning about the Strike Massacre, or the Possum Massacre, as we talk about it here, with the strikes. We're talking about the teeth here. A lot of this has been building up throughout the game, which is we've been talking about the strikes, people being laid off, big business coming in and taking over small businesses, the worker being shafted, basically, in many cases. We're gonna click on that as well. As you can see here, like the strikes, the massacres, the glass factories closing down. Pretty freaking crazy stuff. The tragedy at Stanford Mine. We read this as well. All work ceased while men attempt to rescue survivors. So far, 3 men have been pulled out alive, along with 20 dead. The explosion occurred 10 miles deep in the mine, and only one group of men were able to escape before the elevator's rope snapped, and the next group of men plummeted to their death. So far, hopes of finding more survivors is low. The main path to the tunnel caved in due to the explosion, and supervisors are still attempting to piece together exactly where everyone was during the accident. Now, here's the thing. The reason why that scene is so important, or that information is so important, is because, first of all, we've learned that workers' rights didn't mean shit to a lot of these people who were owning these mining companies, or these glass companies, or any of these companies. That during the strikes, that they were mistreated, and it wasn't until 2 children were shot that they actually changed the whole direction of the strike. And even after that, they still weren't given the rights. People died, people were hurt. It's pretty clear that, like, this town is plagued by much more than just change. It's plagued by bad workers' rights and history. And we learned about this in the past with the factories. We also learned about this without people having to, like, tell us through a cutscene. We know that our dad now works at a deli counter, which isn't a bad job. I'm not trying to discount anyone who works in a deli counter. But, you know, from where they used to work in the glass factory or wherever. We know that there's miners who have tried to open businesses or tried to work elsewhere, or trying to work elsewhere, but can't get any work anywhere else. We also know that there are people who have to close their shops. There's people who have to move now to make money, to make any business. And we've also seen someone who is 50 years old working out their resume because they don't have any money left. There is clearly a big theme in this game about workers' rights. And I think it's a very interesting way of going about it. Hey, look at this. Yeah. Looks like Possum Jump. Let me read it. It's Possum Jump. Oh, yeah, that's back up in the state park, right? Yeah. Ever been up there? Nope. Gonna check it out, though. Go nuts. Okay, well, that's like 3 leads. Let's boogie. Let's boogie? Also, is that it? Yeah. Yeah, I think we're good on that. 3 clues, we got 3 leads. You're a regular detective. Mae Borowski, a detective of ghosts, goth detective. Alright, let's go. Yeah, I think finding 3 leads is actually a good thing, but we're gonna choose where we go to first, or is it just gonna be a random thing? So we got some leads. Sorry, can I borrow your car this week? Do you even have a license? I mean, no, regardless, but do you? Nope. No license, no credit cards, don't believe in money. You just believe in other people's cars and money. I didn't choose to be born into this society. Okay, well, I have, a job, so I can't drive you around to all these spots. I can maybe do the graveyard. I need to go there anyway. Cool, let's see if Greg wants to do the other 2. That makes sense. And I probably don't have to say this, but just because something happened in the past doesn't mean it's going to happen again. Hey nerd, ever hear that history repeats? History repeats? It does. It does the same thing over and over again. So we've just been in a loop ever since we were living in caves? Yeah, that's science. Oh my freaking god. Mae is one of my favorite characters. I like partnering her with... Where's the lady? Partnering her with B is such a good idea. Oh, there's, Selmers, isn't it? Ahem. What is... Is that Miss Quilsey? Oh, wow, I haven't seen her since graduation. She was always kind of a badass. School district did not fund that art program at all, but she made it work. She was like some sort of art teacher survivalist. Wow, I never realized. I think they pay her in bits of string and empty soda cans. That's so crazy to me in, like, schools. The way they, like, I always hear about this, where it's like they don't fund the arts program. And over here, like, art is like a full-on subject. It's like a full-on subject where you get a final exam in it, it counts towards your final grade. You can literally use your points you get in art towards your final leaving cert points when you're going for a job. Like, it's so crazy because art is like, just like, art as a subject was just as important over here as like any other subject I did. I did home ec, I did art, I did history, and I did geography as my 4 subject choices that I'd picked. Along with, of course, maths, Irish, and English were the mandatory subjects. And they were just, those choices I picked were all just as important as each other. I think they pay in bits of string and empty soda cans. Thank you all for coming to the second meeting. Oh, sorry, I don't want to save and quit. Of the Possum Springs Poetry Society. Oh, that's actually sweet. Do you want to stick around for this? Sure, why not? Oh, she jumped right onto it. Tonight we have learned new poems from myself, and Fisherman Jones, and Selma, and Forrester. I wish to start us off with one of my own. She's from some big city, right? They don't actually pay her in string, right? Yes, May, they literally pay her in string. I was just joking. Right. Letter to my worst student. To my worst student. The subject of my stories, I tell friends back home. When they ask about life, out here in the sticks, it's you. I worry. At the end of my life, you will be the only one I remember. Why did you key my car? I know, it was you. Brian. Brian. You know what's kind of funny? When I'm learning students' names, or had to learn students' names again at the start of this year, it helps to learn students' names when they're more bold or when they're meaner, if that makes sense, because like you always hear people shouting their names down the hall, you know, like, hey, Soraya, hey, Andy, or something, you know, and you remember their names for that reason. The quieter kids are the ones that I took a while to learn their name. Literally, like last week, I had to go up to a girl and was like, sorry, I don't want to ask in front of the whole class, but what's your name? She's like, this, you know what I mean? And that's just the way things go. Like, it's how school always goes. I think you guys can understand that as well. Thanks, everyone. Is that legal? Poor Miss Quelcy. At least she's blowing off some steam. Next up, Fisherman Jones. Fisherman Jones has a poem for us. 2 poems. 2 poems, they're short though. 2 poems, take it away. Hi folks, thanks. This is called Tunnel Eels. Tunnel Eels, Tunnel Eels. I do not know how it feels to be in the darkness all the time, born in the muck and raised in the slime. But neither do you, no paths I've trudged, so it's hardly is your place to judge. That's really good. Okay, that's 1 poem, the next one is shorter. This is called Tunnel Frogs. Tunnel Frogs swims in the dark, must think it would be a lark to be a fisherman like me. But what do you know, Amphibie? That's so good. Well done. That's it. That's great. Thank you, Fisherman Jones. Dude is really worried about what fish think. He definitely talks to actual fish. Almost definitely. Finally, a poem by Selma and Forrester, one of the best poets in the whole world. Yay, Selvers! It's like, oh, they know we're here. That's great. Thanks, May. You know her? Dude, she's like your neighbor. Oh. She writes these really funny, dorky short poems. I'm up for something short and funny. This is called There's No Reception in Possum Springs. Why you? She's not wrong. No reception here. I wave my black phone. In the air like a flare, like a prayer, but no reception. I read on the internet, babyface boy billionaire. Phone app sold, made more money in one day than my family over 100 generations. Wow. That sounds like that robot, Mark, what's his face? Mark. I know his name, by the way. I just don't know if he's watching or not, so I'm not going to say the full thing. More than my whole world ever has. World where house buying jobs, I'm joking, by the way. World of house buying jobs became red paying jobs, became living with family jobs. This isn't short and sad. This is like the truth of the world. Boy billionaires. Money is access to politicians, waiting for us to die, lead in our water, alcohol and painkillers. Replace my job with a nap, replace my jeans with a house and a yard, with a couch in the basement. The future is yours. Force 24/7 entrepreneurs. I just want a paycheck in my own life. I'm on the couch in the basement. They're in the house and in the yard. Some night I will catch a bus out to the West Coast and burn their Silicon City to the ground. It's like, and the thing is, it is the truth. And like, here's the thing: there's people that will deny it, and again, the people who's gonna be like they're gonna pretend this is political and be like, Calvin, stop being political. But like, the thing is, like, it has gotten to that point with a lot of people that if you don't have money built into your family, buying a house is becoming more and more improbable for people, for young people especially. Like my sister who's coming up, who's younger than me. Jesus Christ, like she like it's a generation of renters almost, you know, even less than that sometimes. Holy shit. Wow, damn. She rhymed entrepreneur. I don't even know what that word means. Thanks, everyone. Is she always like this? No. Wow. Huh. Thanks, everyone. See you in 2 weeks. Hey, Selmers. What? I liked your weird poem. Thanks, I wrote it myself. Wait. Was the assumption that she didn't write it hers? Nice work, Selmers. I don't like that nickname. What are you two? Sorry. It's cool. Can we go now? I mixed up some voices there, but it's okay, everyone. It's okay. Everyone can sound the same for a bit. That was awesome. Oh my god, look at this little meeting. The Inner Ghost Society. Okay, thanks for coming. We live here. May is so intrusive in the funniest way. Right, so. Find anything about your ghost? Yeah. Tell him, B. There were some newspaper clippings that talked about a ghost. Not just any ghost. The animations are great. Not just any ghost. Little Joe. I don't really remember Little Joe. He's a ghost miner. He died of mysterious circumstances. Wow. I know, right? Mysterious. I thought you were like afraid of ghosts. Like filled with like dread and shit. I'm terrified. Okay. So it mentioned there were 3 different places we can all check out. I have work and stuff. Yeah, Greg and I also have work. You guys skip out on work all the time. Maybe we can, like, split this up. Share custody of you and your ghost. What places were you thinking about? The graveyard. I call that one. It's close and not illegal. Is there an illegal one? Sure is. The Historical Society. You know, you don't have to, like, break in. The people there, like, get paid to show it to you. Anyway. I'm in for the Historical Society. Awesome. So what did I get stuck with? Possum Jump. I know Possum Jump. We used to go there in the Scouts. Perfect. Okay, I need to, like, actually get home and do work. This is gonna be awesome! And also, I'm scared to death. I actually think this is gonna be really fun. Like, again, we're probably gonna get into some serious material again as this game goes forward. But still, I still think it's pretty fun. Ta-da, it's Selmers. A good poet. Oh, that's very nice. Thought. If I die, Selma should write a poem about it. Yeah, that's really sweet. Yep, seems like that's going around. The Yeppers. So, you and Mom had a bit of a fight yesterday, huh? Yeah. I thought you were getting along. We were. We are. Just a bump. You two always too alike. I guess. I got your chill on her smart assness. I just hate to see you two go on the outs again. I'll be fine. We're cool. So we're having money problems? What? No, we're fine. Dad. May, it's fine. It's okay, I'm 20, I can handle it. Nothing to handle. Okay. He's such a dad. You know what I mean? In that sense. Might just head out to bed tonight. Sounds good, kid. Been a long couple of days. Beautiful house. This would be a fantastic stage play. Really would. Has he moved this yet, or will he move it? I'm guessing that, like, I missed the chance to move this. Yep, Dad put him here, I bet. Dad should move him. It's only fair. I mean, we could move them. We could move them. You know what I mean? If we want to get down there, we could definitely move them. I'm okay with moving them. Yeah, he doesn't want to move them anyway. So we'll check our thingamajigger. We have messages from, first of all, hey May, let me know when you want to go to the park. I looked up a map and it's pretty straight shot up to Possum Jump. Okay, great. We never really get a chance to hang out. It'll be fun, I think. Okay, I'm going to sleep. Night, sir. Tips hat. Yo, I looked up the Historical Society on the internet. It's real old, but then they dig big renovations. Oh, really? I mean, listen, I'm not saying there's a ghost, but old stuff that just got torn up seems like a ghost central. How so? You're a ghost hanging out in an old house, and then someone puts it in a pool where you died or something? Haunted pools would be actually pretty scary. I'm spooked. I'm going to bed. Hey, let me know when you want to go head up the cemetery. I should be around most nights this week. I don't know. Thanks, B. Don't have to thank me too hard. I'm going there anyway, and it's like right down the road. You're ruining this. Oh, in that case, you are so incredibly welcome, and also better not forget this big favor. That's more like it. I'm falling asleep. Had fun tonight. Sorry if I was grouchy. It's just... It's fine. Wait, did you fall asleep? Lol. Taking off the booties. It'll never be... Like, the way that they actually, like, meow as well is really funny. And here we have another dream. So we're gonna make our way through this. Someone actually gave a nice tip about this that I didn't even freaking know. And it's actually like an incredible tip. You see the red streaks, the way they're pointing up? That's where, like, I think they actually want you to go. That's incredible. Oh, no, get away. Okay, it's not gonna kill us. It's not gonna kill us for now. What is happening? Is that B? Oh my god, we're so deep into a forest area here. I don't know how I feel about this. You guys all have your theories about this as well. I will talk about my theories as time goes on, like in this game. But one of the things like I'm kind of like leaning towards personally is that clearly like she's going through some stuff and this is her way of parsing through it. There's the first one. So the way I've kind of like always done this is like lower first, you know what I mean? Like go to, no, is that gonna kill us if it goes near us? Mommy help, mommy help. I actually got into a conversation kind of about this game recently. Cause no, I just want like, because we're talking about ghosts just in the last couple of episodes. And that got into the conversation where I was like, you know, texting, you know, the mother was like, how's work going? How's this, all this stuff, you know? And I was like, did you ever feel like our house was like haunted? And she was like, yeah, like for sure. And she said that I told her I saw a ghost in the house when I was a kid. And here's the thing, I want to be honest, guys. I know like it's going to crush some people's dreams. I don't particularly believe in ghosts myself. But my mother, my mama, my told me that, I don't call her mama, by the way, that'd be very strange. Unless that's like normal for some cultures, then I apologize. But she said that I said to her, how do we get out here? I guess we have to go this way. She said that I said to her, well, we've been living in this house for like 20 years, and if the ghosts haven't killed us now, they're not gonna kill us. And she was like, oh, okay. So like, this 10-year-old kid just made the idea out in his head. Well, you know what? They haven't killed us by now, so they're probably nice ghosts. And like the thing is like about like the idea of like seeing a ghost in this game is that it's 10 times more horrifying just because we also have these dreams. So we technically don't know if all of this is real or all of this is fake. You know what I mean? And I think that's one of the things that's like worth noting also at the same time. Is that we don't know how real this ghost is. Because clearly we're going through stuff mentally too. There is like a lot of like mental, like themes of mental illness almost at the same time too. We're actually finding these very fast, but then it's a matter of going back. The music is good in this too. Oh, this fish needs to calm down. You know what, actually? Fish, calm down. And these floating around as well around us. So I think the next place we're gonna go is up this way. There might be multiple fish. Guys, there might be multiple fish. All I'm saying is that they want me to fight a fish. I'm there. I got this. Just put me in the ring. Don't really though. Don't do that. In fact, if you make me fight a fish, I will turn off the game. Well, we haven't really had combat in this game. The only combat we've had is like in our mind, I suppose. And like fighting awkwardness, maybe. That's like literally all we've had to fight. I'm jumping, by the way, because like I actually think jumping actually like makes it actually go a bit quicker, I think. No, it doesn't, Calvin. Well, it seems that way. And there we go, there's the fourth. So then we have to drop down back through here. I'm actually gonna go with the normal way just so we know exactly where we're going here. No, I won't actually. I just forgot that they don't let you like jump off the wires at all. There we go. Let's see what we have this night. Oh my god. Another thing I notice is like May grabbing her head every time this happens, or maybe not every time this happens, but like this is clearly a painful experience. A very soft music tone at the end of that as well. I just can't wait to get exploring these places. Like this, it's actually gonna be so fun. Let's see what it says. Last night inspired me. For the longest night, I'm getting you a library card. You're welcome. Oh. Dude, my mouth tastes like weird this morning. Like a tire. I'll be at work trying to wash it out with whatever is in the cooler. Away message. Planets are to be pitied as they cannot know how big and cool they are. Dr. Kathy Conklin, National Astronomy Agency. So we actually have to go and find... So we have to go and pick who we want to hang out with first, I suppose? Because I'm assuming that we're going to have to go to all these places. But then again, like, I think the order I'm going to do it in is B, Greg, and then Angus. And the reason I choose B, Greg, and Angus is because B seems like the least... Like, seems like she has the most to do. So I kind of want to make sure that she, like, gets her stuff done first. Morning, Sunshine. You feeling okay? You look at a limp. Yeah, weird dreams. Weird night. You say weird a lot. I'm just being honest. You taking headache megs? They're in the cabinet bathroom. Yeah, I am. They're kind of working, kind of not. Well, maybe you need more sleep. I mean, more than 10 hours or so you already get. You've always been my sleepy girl. Oof. What did you do last night? Went to the library with B. That sounds nice. It was. Weird? Interesting. Okay, gotta go. Be safe, hun. Take it easy. You really do look a little tired. Getting out makes me feel better. Me too. Maybe it's a good day to get out in the fresh air. I'll let you know. Bye, sweetie. So, like, one of the things as well that, like, you know, how impactful, like, a teacher could be, as we were talking about this, I think, a few episodes ago as well. When it comes to pain medication. I've never taken painkillers. Unless, like, I was in a hospital and it was, like, they were, like, pumping it into me. So, you know what I mean? And I believe in medicine, by the way. I don't believe in, like that medicine is fake or anything, or, like, can damage you. I believe in modern medicine is, like, the one that, you know, some of the greatest advancements. In probably, like, let's be honest, like, modern medicine is, like, the greatest advancements in the history of the world. In a lot of cases. But I remember one time a teacher was just like, she's like, I just don't take painkillers. And I thought she was, like, the coolest woman in the world. She had, like, this bleached white hair, like, and it was, like, short. It almost looked like a 80s rock star, and I was like, this person is so cool. Hey, Selmers. You were great last night. Aw, thanks. Having you bounce ideas off helped. I'm good for that. Want to hear a new poem? Always. This is a short one, because I'm tired. Me too, so that works out. I got mad one time. It was online. I've been mad on the internet before too. It's crazy making. What were you doing at the library? I go to the library. No, but seriously. Crocodile tears? Is that what they were saying? Were they saying crocodile tears? So the first thing I want to do now is I want to go to the church. If we can. I think we're gonna hang out with B first, because honestly, yeah, like I said, I think B has the most to do, and I don't want to like hold B up any more than I already have either. You know what I mean? I think it just makes sense. We've held up B quite a bit, but first, let's go to the church. Because the church is... Oh, here we go. This is the... Is this the hall? It's weird to see no one sitting here. I guess it is like... It's not like a Sunday maybe as well. I was on a tour one time giving a tour to like a bunch of very like Christian focused Americans. And I think like I mentioned that I don't go to church. And like the gasps from the crowd were very funny. But they forgave me. Dear Lord, we thank you today for Saoirse Ronan. What did we ever do to deserve Saoirse Ronan? Nobody knows. She has a beautiful accent. She grew up just one county away from me. I think that she is the actress of a generation. The actor of a generation. Thank you, Lord. Amen. There we go. Short and sweet, as always. Saoirse Ronan haters are seething right now. Hey, you free? Maybe. Want to go on a quick adventure? Do you have a job? Don't you have a job? Pastor's gone. I'm going to skip out. Oh, yeah. Not sure. Let's go. Let's skip work. Only I'm skipping work, hon. Oh, hush. I'm an accessory to the crime. Also not a crime, sweetie. What's the quick thing you want us to do? Wow, it's gorgeous. Don't think I've ever been up here before. We used to come here all the time. Did we? No, we as in my friends and I when we were your age. Oh, okay. I'm not used to using you using any other we's. Believe it or not, I've had several we's. Huh? Do we just walk down here? This is nice. Used to be a lot more trees up here. They got cut down when they put in the towers. I don't remember that. You know, all kind of things happens before you were born. What? Some minor parts of history took place, yes. This looks gorgeous. So what is this place? Jenny's Field. Ever heard of it? No, I don't think. Back in the 30s, there was this woman and her daughter walking here, and the woman's daughter is in front of her, and then she's just gone like she disappeared. What happened? Turns out there was a sinkhole that opened up when the pillar collapsed in the mines in the hill. There we go again with the mine collapse. Yep, no one could see it because of the grass. Her name was Jenny. This is Jenny's Field. They never found her. Just... gone. So wait, why are we here? What, you not for a little risk-taking? You go first, Mom. Yep. You go first. Are you serious? I thought it was a sinkhole thing. How about that? Wait, what? You gonna let me fall into this hole? Oh, wow. Okay, what is that? For some reason, before Unified pulled out, they brought this old lime furnace up on the mountain. Why? Who knows? Unified did a lot of things. Looks like it's been here forever. It's just sunk into the ground a lot. Like Jenny. But slower. We used to climb up there. Want to try? Oh, sweetie. I ate you and also a lot of birthdays and donuts since then. And not much climbing. Mom, I'm literally Super Mario. So, good thing this chimney is sealed up here. Yes, good thing. What can you see up there? It's been a while. Pawson Springs and most of the valley. What does it look like? A quilt? Like someone dumped out... Yeah, I'll say a quilt. Well, it's a cozy valley. I remember I couldn't tell if being up there made everything feel bigger or smaller. It's a weird feeling. Yeah, I know that one. I used to have a dream when I was your age, where I was in the big parking lot out by the tracks, and I'd start running, but there was always more parking lot. What do you think it meant? I don't know. Feels weird to tell you what your dreams mean. Why? You're my mom. Fair. Why did we come up here today? Well, I was hoping you'd fall into a sinkhole, obviously. That didn't work out. Drat. Guess I'll just have to keep you. Such mom jokes. I couldn't see what your expression was when you said that. Do you need to? No. Well, see you at home. Hey! That's really cool. That's a really cool interaction that didn't honestly take up the whole day as well. Mom and eels, there's our trip there as well. Rest in peace, Granddad. Has anything really changed here? Everything feels bad. The latest drawing we have is, yeah, all this stuff here. We still have this fireman. It looks like a miner. Like, let's be honest. Pastor KMU, yeah, it's the same thing, I think it says, yeah. Hey, buddy. Getting kind of cold, huh? Yep, nip in the air at night. I like fall when it gets cold. Me too. Real pretty out as well. I used to cry at fall trees when I was a kid. Why? Because they were so pretty. I did that when my daughter was born. You have a daughter? Yep. Where is she? Sorry. That's very sad. It's fine. You're one of the most interesting characters and I want to hug you. Wait. Oh, it's his shelter's here. Not that I'm happy that he has to live in a shelter, but I thought they tore it down or something. I was gonna throw hands down here at the freaking town. This game, I've said it a million times, is just one of the greatest games ever made. Just simple as. It is astounding how good this game is. I'm in disbelief most times, like how this game can make me feel. Get off my thing! So I guess, yeah, we said we were gonna go to B first. I think that's the best way of doing this. Market house. Here we go. Cause again, she seemed like she wanted to get this over and done with first. Cause she has stuff to do, she said. Oh, sorry, I left. She's like, ooh, okay, see ya. Bye-bye. Have a nice trip. Hey, B. Hey, May. I think I'm gonna burn this place down. Oh, cool. But also, maybe it might have consequences. We could take the insurance money and, like, not do this. What if you get caught? I saw a show where they caught someone doing that. You're gonna burn this place down for me. Oh, cool. But also, maybe I go to jail? No, you have no motive. No one would suspect. So work's not going well? Okay, I'll actually do it. Please don't actually do it. I'll do it. Let's do it. Let's go. Okay, fine. Do you want to check out the graveyard? Yeah, let's do it. I just think it makes sense to go with B first, the graveyard. I don't think we're going to be doing this all in one day as well. Foggy. Always got that evening fall fog. Collects between the ridges. It's spooky. I don't know, good spooky. I get really sad because it's not here year round. But we're gonna end this video here, guys. I'm not sure how long this video was because I did take a break in between in the middle. But I will see you all very, very soon before we go into the graveyard and see what's happening in the graveyard. Bye-bye.